Welcome to Manifesting Basics, where we make manifesting a basic lifestyle. This podcast is about how to become a manifesting basic and how to live a more enchanted life. I'm your host, Amber Turner, author and creator of the most simple and basic manifesting methodology, Manifesting Made Basic. I am also the author of various books, including the spiritual book, You Choose Your Outfit, and the children's book, The Fearless Muscle. In each episode, we will dive into various topics of the human experience, such as transformation, feminine energy and womanhood, and manifesting an incredible life and experience. Join me as we commune, learn, grow, and expand. I invite you to subscribe to this podcast for weekly episodes. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Basics. So I'm excited for today's episode because we are talking why you do not deserve anything. Now, I know that sounds kind of harsh, but we're going to dive deep into this. So I want to talk about deserving. I want to talk about that word. I want to talk about what it means and this minute perspective shift. When we look at the word deserving, if we look at this perspective shift when it comes to this word, this energy of deserving, this can change our life. So this is going to be a juicy one. I'm excited for this episode. But before we get into it, we got some house cleaning, you guys. So we have our Manifesting Basics launch party for Vacation Preppy, our newest launch happening June 18th in Scottsdale, Arizona. So if you're in the area, if you want to hang, if you want to check out the new line, join us. It'll be so much fun. I'm actually wearing one of our sets right now. Super excited. Perfect for summer, perfect for travel. If you're in your travel girl era, this is a line for you. So let's get into it. So yes, deserving. You are not deserving of anything because you are worth everything. Now, I want you to say this with me. You are not deserving of anything because you are worth everything. Okay, this is a perspective shift. This will transform your life. And I want to talk about this word deserving because I was sitting in meditation today and I was thinking about this thing. So I'm here in Arizona. It's beautiful, but girl, it is dry. And so I was thinking, I'm like, I really would love an IV treatment. I love IV treatments. I love the vitamins. I love how I feel afterwards. And so I was like, okay, in my mind, I was like, if I do this and I did this, so I deserve to have an IV treatment. And then I caught myself. I said, wait, why do I feel like I have to do this, this, and this? I was like listing out all of these things in my mind to then get the thing that I desired. I'm like, I'm worthy of an IV treatment because I do not see, it's so ingrained in us. I was about to say because I deserve it. No, it's because I'm worthy of it. And there's a slight distinction between deserving, the word deserving, and worthiness. So I want to ask you this. Have you ever felt like you had to justify your desires? You had to deserve something before you could get that thing. I have to do this before I can get this. I have to do this, which is output. I have to do this thing before I can deserve to get this thing. Now, I've said this a lot over the years, and we often say, oh, you're deserving of all the things, you deserve this thing and stuff like that. But deserving is often, that word is often attached to some sort of output. If I am set up this way, if I have these things, if I've done these things, then I deserve to get this thing, or I deserve to get my desire. But I want you to be open to this thing that you don't deserve anything because you're worth everything. There's a slight distinction in this thing because deserving is often associated with some sort of output. That if you are a certain age, a certain demographic, or you've done certain things in your life, then you deserve that thing. Instead, I want us to frame it in I am worth everything now, right now, in this very moment. I am worthy of everything. You don't deserve anything because you are worthy of everything. Everything. So when I was in meditation, I was like, okay, I did this and, I had this kind of week, I'm like going down the list of why I deserve an IV treatment. And if you ever had an IV treatment, those things are like amazing. Like you just get to relax. And the one that I go to, you get to be in a dark room and they give you a good massage. It's just a very relaxing experience. And so I was like looking forward to an IV treatment and I feel amazing. So I was like, okay, I've worked hard. I've done all this stuff this week. I deserve an IV treatment. And then I had to think about this thing. I was like, Amber, come on. You're worth it. You're worth everything. Why are you listing out and trying to justify your desires? Justify your desires. So you are not deserving of anything. You are worthy of everything. So I want to talk about this thing, worthiness, because it, like I said, it's a minute perspective shift. And I wrote the book, You Choose Your Outfit, and your outfit is like different identities and realities in which you can put on. And so we put on these different outfits, right? So we put on these outfits that are aligned with certain things in our life, different realities. And though it's not this thing where we deserve and it's attached to some sort of output, it is more of this assumption, an assumption of an outfit, an assumption of an identity, an assumption of a spirit, we can say that then allows that thing to come in. So it's not about what you have to do and then you deserve the thing. It is worthiness is attached to being versus doing. So we associate worthiness of who are you being? Are you being that person that is worthy? Are you being that person that is allowing the everything to come into you? Whole different shift, right? It's not about the doing. If I do these things, then I'll deserve the thing. Then I'll deserve my desires. No, worthiness is about being. So we have deserving, which is attached to doing and an output. Then we have worthiness that's attached and associated with being. And being is the allowance of the everything to come into your reality. It is the allowance of your desires to come into your reality. Though distinct, it makes a huge difference. And once you get to a point when it comes to your spiritual growth or your evolution, it does become these distinct, minute shifts. because transformation is huge usually. You can make a quantum leap and you can do all these things. But once you get to a certain point in your evolution, they can be sneaky. These shifts can be very minute and little shifts, but they make a huge difference in the unfolding of your life, you know. So I wanted to share the definition of deserving. And so the definition of deserve is to do something or have or show qualities worthy of reward or punishment. Okay. So you can see that we do attach the word deserve to some sort of output. So we do attach deserving to doing and an output. So I invite you to make this minute shift in your mindset, in your mind, in your being of worthiness and being and assuming that you are worth everything. You don't deserve anything because you're worthy of everything. So it comes down to who are you being in this moment? Who are you being in this moment? Are you being the person that's worthy of your desires? Because anything and everything is available to you right now. Not because you did this or you're going to do this and you worked hard and you did all this healing work. Okay, especially with the healing work. How many of us can say or have heard this about the healing? Like, you can't have this thing. You can't have your desires. You can't have those things that are the beautiful things in the world and all this kind of stuff until you do the healing work. You got to do the healing work. But I invite you to perhaps entertain this idea that it's not about the doing of it, it's about this releasing and allowing and being worthy of it and assuming the beingness, being the person who has health, being the person who has abundance, being the person who has a beautiful, incredible, loving relationship, being that person now because you are worthy of everything. You are worth it now in this very moment, not after you do the thing and you've done this and you've done all these steps and you've done the healing work and all of these things. Start being it now. Being it now. Put on that outfit. Put on the outfit. Now, I catch myself even in this very episode doing the dance between deserving and worthiness because it is so ingrained into our society that we have to do these things before we can get. We have to do X before we can get Y instead of just being Y, being the Y, being love, being everything, and allowing that to come into your experience because you are coming from a place of love. So, worthiness is attached to being, where deserving is attached to an output. So, who are you being in this moment? Do you feel that you have to do X, Y, and Z before you can get your desires? Or do you believe that you can assume health? Step into health, step into beauty, step into abundance. It's available to you right now. You are worthy. You are worthy right now. Right now. So I wanted to share that. You don't deserve anything. You are worthy of everything. You are worthy of everything right in this very moment. And so I invite you to look at this word, deserve. Are you in any aspect of your life believing that you have to do these things before you can get your desires. You got to do this. You have to work hard before you can see success and all of these things. Or perhaps being it will allow it to come into your experience easily and effortlessly. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening and being here with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. I know that you probably have a busy life. And so spending this moment, this time with me, I don't take it for granted. So thank you for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Download, subscribe, and I will check you guys in the next episode of Manifesting Basics.